Welcome back, everyone, to Third Street Reactions. I'm Zach.
Shane.
We are back with Attack on Titan, Season 3, Episode 11.
Guys, before we start this, just remember to watch the actual reaction. We don't put it on YouTube. We put it on our Patreon for free for everyone. Just go there and then come back here for the post talk.
Do you remember what happened last time?
Oh, I do. Do you remember what happened last time?
So, it was basically Kenny's backstory and how he came about finding Levi.
Yeah.
And kind of how their relationship developed, and then Levi finds out that actually Kenny was his uncle.
It's like the abridged version of Cad Bane and Boba Fett, kind of. I always like those mentor... It's also like this great movie called Assassins with Sylvester Stallone and Benicio del Toro.
Oh, yeah,
or not, Antonio Banderas.
Antonio Banderas.
I've always liked those stories. Maybe it's because of that movie I saw when I was like 12. No, it was a good one, and it was one of my favorite episodes because I just liked it. I really liked it. Kenny, he was cool because of how he acted, but it was kind of like no substance, even though he was cool. And then you find out the backstory, it was really cool.
Yeah.
At least to me, yeah.
I agree. I think that it would be nice to have seen more of him, but I get that a character like that probably doesn't have a lot of staying power. He served his purpose.
Yeah.
He opens up the doorways for the audience to discover the Ackermans and why they're important.
Yep.
On the other hand, kind of the dirty dealings of the Rice family and that kind of shit. So.
And the fact that we know that there were different families that had, like there was a power of the king to make
Pecking order.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, and then the Ackermans weren't subject to the voice,
or
the cry or scream or whatever the fuck it is.
And I still don't know this, but like the method in which you make everyone forget, how does that work? You just put everyone, you call everyone to an assembly and...
and we also found out why Kenny wanted the power to begin with, right? Wasn't that in that last episode?
Yeah, I think so.
Or was it in the episode before that?
No, yeah, you're right. It was last episode because the idea...
he wanted to find out that if he could become a different person, have a different perspective.
Yeah. Which is an interesting... to take a character that nuts and to make him that deep, it's a very Japanese thing, Because it's like, I almost don't believe it, but I...
Well, he's a cowboy. They made him look like a cowboy. So the whole idea is he's a guy that shoots from the hip.
Yep.
And at the same time, he actually has wants and desires.
He had a philosophy.
He's not just two-dimensional.
He was philosophizing essentially on almost wanting to be a better person.
Yeah.
And wanting...
If I were different.
Yeah. Because he says it several times, and if he wasn't someone who could be a father to Levi. Mm-hmm. But maybe he could have been if he was different.
Yeah.
So, no, good stuff. But guys, we're going to jump into Season 3, Episode 11. If you want to support us, check us out on Patreon. Go there to watch the episode for free. And we're working on 3 and 4 week early access now. So we appreciate it, guys. Much love. Let's jump in.
My son doesn't have to be better than anyone. After all, just look at him. He's so cute.
What'd you think of that one, man?
That was really good.
Yeah.
It was really cool. I mean, what his mom said at the end, like how it all came full circle.
I remembered as we watched it. I knew you would like that character. Because for some reason you love when people just aren't special and they have this realization they're not special and,
Because me.
I told you I ain't going to argue with that anymore. I don't...
Because I'm right.
I don't... No. Just because I don't argue doesn't mean you're right.
Slow clap. Slow clap.
I liked Commandant Shottis when he was early on because of just how he was yelling at Sasha.
Yeah.
I liked him because he was funny. He was like that, funny, badass drill sergeant. I obviously just really like Sasha. I like her character. She's funny.
He just reminds me of like kind of the Bud characters.
Yeah.
Or the Billy Connolly in The Last Samurai.
Shove it up your ass.
Yes. Begging your pardon, son, but shove it up your ass.
Yeah.
That guy. Guys, people like that. People that aren't like the spotlight.
The cattle farmer goddess, we had Historia. She's being a queen of the people.
And her and Aaron were kind of flirting, but maybe not.
Yeah.
Maybe Aaron's intentions weren't really there because I don't feel like his head's there.
I don't think his head's there.
But, it's kind of a flirtatious moment.
Well, she was kind of like the hot girl in the group. So I think
I feel like Mika says kind of like,
yeah.
Get the fuck away.
Yeah.
Go do your shit. Give you some rest.
How do you feel about the way she treats Aaron? Like, I know you wouldn't like it if you were Aaron, but I think it's cute to watch.
I think at this point in my life, I might like that attention. But but because I've cast it away.
Yeah.
But it's just, I do think, though, that if someone was mothering me, it would get on my fucking nerves.
Well, yeah. Well, your mother didn't mother you, so, like...
Yeah, I know.
You're late.
Well, I think that I got a different sort of mothering, but also my grandma mothered me.
Oh yeah, your grandma was a great woman.
She was,
I do take that back.
but it annoyed me that I was mothered. I'll admit that I get annoyed when I'm mothered, but at the same time, now it's like,
be nice.
No one's fucking mothering. I
Be
got
nice.
nothing. So it's like, it's okay, maybe somewhere in between, like a little bit of mothering. But...
using the hardening ability to plug up the holes, stuff like that. Obviously, that's a very smart thing. It's a very good thing. It completely solves a lot of the problems that we've had, like in this whole world. Since it all happened, yeah. You got to go around and start killing all the Titans that are in the walls now, though. But I think they can manage that, especially with Aaron there. Titan guillotine thing. They called it the something from hell.
Executioner from hell.
I for some reason, like when it hit his neck and that huge crater was there, it just disturbed me.
Yeah, it's not even a guillotine. It's just a fucking log. It's a tree that they've cut up and they just drop on the fucking thing. Like, I was expecting a guillotine.
Yeah.
They come down, cut the fucking head off.
I wonder if he can make a blade in the use his hardening.
Yeah.
In the shape of the blade, a guillotine blade. That'd be pretty cool.
I don't know. You have to wonder. Well, for one, we haven't heard anything about the Annie situation. I don't know, random thought, but...
You're right, we have not.
They've not addressed that at all, but who has her? The MPs? No, they've taken over the kingdom again, so they just haven't addressed her.
Yeah, they haven't addressed it, because she is, if you remember the last time we saw her, she was basically froze herself within...
Yeah, she put herself in a little chrysalis.
Yeah.
But what the fuck's going on with that ass, man?
Well, it's frozen right now. American and Japanese... cultural sensibilities, we all made fun of Marlowe's haircut. As Americans, it's a funny looking haircut.
Yeah, fucking bowl cuts, man.
And like one of the greatest lines was when Jean, when he said something about that haircut when he was making fun of him, when he had a gun to him. I just think the English actor was so crazy how he's making fun of him.
There's that moment too where that girl actually probably liked him, but he didn't fucking know.
For some reason, this episode made me think of one of the greatest Doctor Who arcs. So one thing that's cool about Doctor Who is like because you're always going everywhere within time, you can like have an older actor back and make the Doctors essentially run into each other. Mm-hmm. And one of the Doctors, John Hurt.
Yeah, John Hurt.
In this Doctor Who arc, he played one of these Doctors who felt like within his life, before he regenerated, he didn't accomplish anything great. He didn't do anything great. And there was this arc, something crazy.
He was like the surfer avatar. In Avatar: The Last Airbender.
I can't remember that.
Roku's predecessor.
Okay.
And he was just a guy that took it easy, surfing.
Really?
He was born in the water tribe.
Okay, so
Remember
you
that? You ever seen that episode?
I mean, I've seen it once. I just don't remember.
Aang is going through and talking to all his predecessors. That guy was like, "Hey, I had it easy. I didn't do much. I just took it easy."
Kind of like in House of the Dragon, the king. Who I love that king, by the way.
Well, the actor was really cool.
Yeah. This guy, I think he might have felt that way. He said, like, some of us can't all be great men. Some of us are just here to hold the candle for those who are. He said, but then like in the end, they had him here to do something incredible.
Yeah,
it was like emotional. Like that show could be one of the best written shows, one of the worst, and one of the worst shows ever.
Yeah,
I'm telling you.
Yeah, because it's just
because they got these crazy actors, these amazing arcs, and then like they'll have just some shit that I hate, and I know you'd hate it.
Wait a minute, what are you talking about?
Doctor Who.
Okay.
Yeah, and then Carla, the fact that he liked Carla, but maybe he wasn't a chosen one or whatever. Obviously that's a metaphor. But when Kobe Bryant died, Phil Jackson, and he just said, Kobe Bryant, he was a chosen one, and now he's beyond the veil. That's all he said. And so calling him a chosen one, I just wonder what he meant by that. I think it just like Attack on Titan, it means he was special.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's I was going to ask. I know you were going to fucking say, but are we chosen ones? I used to think I was. I don't think I am now.
I think you are more than me. You called it spotlight syndrome before, and I feel like I do it more often maybe than most, maybe because I'm a little bit crazy. But no, I feel like what makes you special is your dreams, your desire, and your drive. Like I love working. I love being physically active, but I don't like all my goals have like been emptied. Mm-hmm. I'm like a fucking empty cup that has been just like just dumped out, and now it's just there, and it wants to be full because it's a cup, and it's meant to be full, but I feel like that cup cannot be tipped back up.
Well, to push back on what you said, I feel like, and I hate to admit this, but I feel like a little bit about being a chosen one is being kind of predisposed.
Well, it can be.
Like because people work their whole life.
Hang on. Okay. You've told me about your friend, and I'm not going to mention any names, but you told me about one of your friends that no matter what he's ever done, and set his mind to he's always good at it, especially when it comes to sports.
Yeah.
So he just sits down, he gets to it, he gets it first try or whatever, maybe one second try.
Yeah.
I don't fucking know, but because I don't know him that well personally. He gets in there, he just goes after it, and he just acclimates.
It's aptitude.
Perfectly. Yeah, aptitude.
Yeah,
Aptitude's
Gus.
just there. Yeah. And Gus is one of them too. Like, he's
Not sports. I'm not gonna give you that.
No,
Gus.
but there are two people, I guess I should say,
Yeah.
that come to mind that Shane has explained to me. Then one of them I've met only a couple times, and I knew Gus a little better when we were younger. I don't really know him that well anymore, but.
Yeah.
Both of them have been explained to me. Like, there's people with the aptitude, and they just fucking shit just clicks.
Yeah.
I know somebody at work, shit just fucking clicks.
Yeah, I'm not like that.
Well, it's a hard thing for people, especially just not like normal, because I don't consider myself normal, but like basic people.
Yeah.
People that just have to work and
Yeah.
stick with things and put up with the bullshit. Those kind of people, when someone comes around that is that capable, sometimes you have to make way, and it's hard to make way.
Yeah, it's just depressing to me because I'm like the least. I don't want to say the least. Like, I have less aptitude than most people I know, but I truly feel like when I want to get good at something, I work harder than most people. And I still can't reach that. I can't crack the top, but I can get up in the upper 15%. But it's just, some people are just amazing, and I'm not one of them, unfortunately. I think I'm really good at stick fighting. I think we're good at that.
Well, yeah,
Not very many people are good at that.
No, because it's something we just did because we were fucking bored.
Yeah.
But I don't consider myself that good at much.
You're really good at drawing. You're better than anyone I've ever met, and you're better than most people I've seen. And I'm not bullshitting you guys.
Yeah, but I feel like I'm.
And you can say you don't care, you don't do it anymore, but
No,
you have that in you.
Yeah, I know, but I guess for me, it's just kind of when you're emptied out.
Yeah.
It's like even when you sit down to draw, no matter how fucking capable you are, no matter how much you fucking sit there and just keep doing it.
Yeah.
It's like nothing. It all just comes to nothing.
You might be having writer's block too. Like a lot of artists.
It's been years, so it's.
You've drawn things within a couple years that I've
not
seen.
a finished fucking thing that like I normally do. Like random sketches, yeah, I fucking doodle and sketch, but a finished fucking piece.
But like, okay, like
Get back to the point though.
Ervin, he's a chosen one. Like Levi is.
Yeah.
But like Aaron, I don't know yet because I haven't made that determination myself.
Well, you're seeing
but like,
Ervin and Levi, well, maybe not as much Levi, but definitely Ervin at later stages in their life.
Yeah.
Maybe they're about the same age. I don't know what they're considered.
I think they're in their 30s.
I don't research this shit.
Yeah.
But I have to say that they probably, like Levi's an Ackerman.
Yeah.
So he's born with that aptitude, just like Mikasa.
Yeah.
And so Mikasa's a chosen.
Yeah. So it's just like how we defining it. I feel like.
But you could also say that fucking, what's his name? Armin.
Yeah, intellectually.
Yeah, intellectually, he's a chosen one.
So, but
I feel like Aaron...
Like, he just was given the power.
He was just, okay, this has been passed on to you. You have to do something with it. He is not there intellectually on the scale of Armin. He's not there on the skill level of Mikasa or Levi. Not. So he's just there because all this shit, all these horrible things keep happening to him.
Yeah.
And that's just going to produce something at some point, I have to imagine, because he's still here.
Well, that's why I think this is a good conversation, because it's just like, how would you feel if like you didn't have any of that shit and then it was just given to you and you're given this a crazy thing? And you know what I mean?
I think I'd probably react the same way he does.
Yeah.
I think it would probably break me down at first.
And I mean that in a way because Armin, they all were predisposed to be good in their abilities, but it happened in the middle of his life, where it was just literally.
Mikasa's really good at fighting, but she's also better at controlling herself.
Mm-hmm.
Armin is not good at fighting. He's weak.
Yeah.
But he's also intellectually brilliant.
Yeah.
Aaron wants to be good at fighting, but he's not.
Yeah.
And so he has a lot of that fighting spirit in him, but intellectually he's not there either.
Yeah.
So he's kind of the guy that has to struggle. Like, not even struggle, I guess, because he just has a lot of frustration.
Yeah. I mean, that's how I felt growing up. I felt like, you know, at St. Mary's, I went with a bunch of rich kids. I had friends with a lot of these kids today. They had like a full basketball court in their driveway. I didn't pick up a basketball really until 4th grade when I was on the team. That was terrible. So I always just resented. I mean, people are definitely born with different cards, and I don't think people should. I don't think people who are born with worse cards should get like this equity. You know, I'm not for equity. You know what I mean? I'm for equality of opportunity, but not equality of outcome. Like, no matter how well everyone does, we're going to make sure everyone's on the same level. But I'm also talking about Aaron. He was dealt with a set of cards. He wasn't Mikasa. He wasn't Armin. He was given this fucking equity shot in the back of his neck when he was 10 years old, and now he's a fucking monster.
I just got to the point where Grisha's like, oh, fuck, because Grisha also has shit going on the side.
So
He went and took
he
the
has a
fucking
mission.
powers.
And here's the thing: I think we can determine that he has a mission, and now he made his son a part of the mission.
Yeah.
So it's almost like
So why was Grisha sent there to the city?
I
And
don't
why
know.
this shit happened? It's interesting. It'd be interesting.
Yeah. This is one of our best talks, but it's very long. Anyways, guys, that's the end of the talk. Make sure you guys come back here next week. We also have 2, 3, and hopefully 4 week early access out now. We're out.